most prolific rock groups in the country. This is their latest album. It's called Warehouse Songs and Stories. Here to sing You Could Be the One is Husker.
I was futzing around on YouTube last night and I found an old video of you and the guys from Husker Du on the Joan Rivers show.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's really good. They were really nice to us.
Give us each one, get your names. I want to know who's the calming one, who's the wild one, who's in the group, who's your, tell me.
My name is Bob Mould.
You're Bob.
And
All right.
I guess calming.
You're the calm one. All right.
Yeah.
It's a little surreal to see Joan Rivers talking about Husker Du.
It was.
Talking to Husker Du.
It was sort of surreal talking to Joan Rivers. So it was mutually strange.
What a pleasure. The three of you are just wonderful. Will you come back again?
Oh,
just terrific. Well, we will be right back.
Small pieces of truth whispered on the dance floor. Lift the hazy window for a moment. Fresh air makes you nervous. Why'd you have to come around?
You worked in professional
Yeah,
wrestling.
it helped with script writing.
What provoked that?
I'm a lifelong fan. I had an opportunity to get into the business and said sure. You know, I was taking a break from music anyways.
So you weren't actually doing the wrestling?
No, I probably wouldn't be so great at that. I mean, I've got size, but I'm not,
You're not nimble.
not anymore. Okay, give me the good word.
I'm sorry, baby, but you can't stand in my light anymore. You're moving back to the shadows. I can't fight you anymore, no.
In 1989, when Workbook came out, there was an article that said you were the most depressed man in rock and roll.
Excellent. How did I get ahead of Morrissey?
Was it true at the time?
Somebody trip him on the way to the trophy. I think I was one of the more introspective people of that era. And I think sometimes people people look at somebody who's very introspective and sort of challenging, and sort of the darker spots of your mind with work, and that people will say that's depressing.
But you seem pretty happy now.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doesn't mean I can't write depressing work now. Just means I don't drag it around with me all day.
They fall, yeah. Oh, I always find the broken ones.
A couple years ago, Spin magazine outed you. How do you look back at that now? Were you angry at the time, and in hindsight, what's your feeling about it?
It probably would have been to my benefit to address it publicly sooner, but I think everybody has their own comfort level.
I would imagine it wasn't easy to be in the closet in the 80s, in the post-punk era.
It was more of an open secret. It just wasn't something that I advertised.
Starlight, still starting and brilliant. The circle keeps spinning around me.
Your career post Husker Du has taken and your life has taken some incredible turns. I mean, if you condense it, as journalists are wont to do, into one sentence of coming out, going solo, working for pro wrestling, and getting into techno.
Yeah.
All things nobody would have predicted.
Who knows what's next?
I know. What are you going
Who
to
would
do?
have predicted that we're doing this?
How do you top that?
Who would have thought that I'd be sitting in the middle of other music, in New York City doing an interview for...
Being asked impertinent questions by some dude from
They're not
ABC.
impertinent. They're way too pertinent. I'm trying to duck them all, can't you tell?